players will have to work hard for their power here today. To that particular serve, great movement off the court. That's why I think he's got the second best serve in the world.
Well, take a look at this. People talk about his forehand, handy backhand.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't do a lot with that pass there, but made him play a low volley. And here's the natural touch. Look at that from Federer. That was. It looks like. Look at that ball there. Look at the control of his racket hand to play that low first initial ball that he came up with.
Stands too far back. He opens up the angles.
Game, Federer.
And you see it a lot. The lesser ranked players, they come into these big stadiums. And Roger, I would think...
Well, it's something that hasn't happened for him, has it? He's had a lot of people... There's a serve volley point we're after. There's a lot of people watching over the journey of his great career, but...
30 love.
It's actually a good move from what you wonder about so many of the modern players. They've got these great ground shots, but they don't have the ability at the net to take advantage of them. He just got himself in a spot of bother at the net there, Fognini, courtesy of a first volley.
Game, Federer.
Federer has come out of the blocks pretty quickly. He leads through long enough now. He should be ready.
Love.
Well, he can do this. He can come forward, and he's quite talented. Fognini looks pretty simple, but he does like to play with a bit of flair and lair. See there, you've got to get a chance to volley, you've got to make something happen.
30-15.
Here's Fognini. Right here. Pushing the ball deep like that, you've got too much time, haven't you? No, wrong way. That's a great shot. That was just that ball there.
Heading up the Olympic. Wow.
Oh.
That was fairly athletic right there.
Well, that was Federer-like, wasn't it? This was a great shot here, and that was very much Federer-like.
That is so skillful. You can see how he just squared up his grip. He knew he couldn't really do much other than offer a full face of the racket to the ball. He did it beautifully. That'll feel good for Fognini to control a few points. Nice to see.
You can get involved in that sort of tennis match where it's quite dynamic.
If It's a very elastic arm that Federer has on his forehand, isn't it? The way that he finishes the follow-through as opposed to a Rafael Nadal with that big helicopter finish. Federer seems to just close it over, wrap it around his body. I definitely feel with Paul Annacone in his corner, Federer has...
Game Federer.
Another brilliant serving game from...
Wow. I think that may have just got half the line, or maybe got on the line. You could just see the mark on the
15.
chalk. Have a look at this. This is good return. Got it there quick. But the energy of the ball from... which is an enormous feat in its own right. Well, that was good tennis. We said it was going to be entertaining tennis match at the opening of proceedings, and we're just getting exactly that. Fognini doing...
Game Federer.
He didn't drop too many games.
15 left.
Okay, so that's the sort of shot he's got to come up with to get a result. You would think after this return, you're going to be on the attack. The case with Federer, but that was unplayable.
It's good strength. About how good his serve is, how he actually in that clutch moment found the serve.
Finds another one to close out the set. Roger Federer, a big bomb out wide at 123 miles an hour. And how many bad calls there were and how many of those bad calls affected matches. It's a good ability to have, just to be able to crush the ball when you've got no pace to work with. Floated reply. The court, now he would have had to return from deeper in the court against Philippoussis too. Hard. You've almost got to do that. Same player, don't you?
That's right, because the other facts are there are a few other factors there. That's a great shot. Mark Philippoussis would have wanted to come into net. He would want to take the advantage in the court, so Roger would have established.
Certainly been a much more aggressive baseliner since Annacone has joined him. And there's this serve. He just keeps putting the ball in the same spot.
Right out in front there with the volley.
Game Federer.
Once again, keeps Fognini off balance, changes the line of flight at will.
If you've got the winners way up there.
Oh, hang on, we have to see this in replay. I think he's used the wrong side of the racket.
I agree.
Just show us this in replay. So Fognini goes to the backhand. No, he just squared up the grip.
That.
He just squared up the grip on a centre court and not quite gotten the respect it deserved.
Well, Well, you talked about the serve. There's 3 first serves. So that first point happens to Roger, and he goes first serve on 3 occasions with that one. I think, Wally, the other thing that's become so much better in the modern game.
Fognini just smashes it down the middle, takes away all the angle from Federer. Federer's balls were quicker. Give him the same set of circumstances.
Great variety. I mean, you know, you sit and watch and you're so much variety and so much stuff going on his side of the court. Extraordinary.
Trouble is now too, Roger's on top. He's up that set. That is where, of course, Rafa has hurt Roger over the years.
Game.
Brilliant serving. Just absolutely brilliant. It has been a faultless serving with forced errors for Fognini.
Advantage, Fognini.
Very natural off the backhand side. It's a simple.
Game, Fognini.
Closes out the game with 2 cold winners. That'll feel good. And leads 4-3. And it must be hard when you play Roger Federer to pick the serve, because you never see him throw it up and catch it and say, sorry, mate.
Mr. Federer challenging the call. Right side near sideline. Almost go down.
Challenge. He's ready to serve a second. He just threw it out there. Fognini is looking at the ball. There's chalk on the ball. Fognini has conceded. And that's why. Caught the line. Mouse there. He threw up the incredibly high lob, and if you look at him at the back of the court, he's not interested. Now he is. Clever play in the end from Fognini. Federer challenges it, clips the line. Fognini does, and it misses.
On the baseline. Roger wouldn't be happy with the slipping it then. He doesn't like to do anything that's not pure, does he, Roger?
Great hitting, though, from Fognini. And Federer just supplying him with a little bit of pace without quite the accuracy. Push off. Well, you would have.
Oh, it's a great shot.
Some sort of groin adductor strain. No way.
Well, it is, Wally, because it did happen.
40.
You can't do that. I mean, Roger could practice that in a practice match, but he didn't mean to get this angle. This was just about getting that return back. But look at the acute angle.
But he was looking to hit his line short backhand. It turned out a little better than even he might have expected.
Second set.
There it is again, the depth from Federer, just causing Fognini all sorts of out of the bounce. It's all in his hitting zone. At the French, it certainly wasn't.
All.
Make a tough volley.
Game Federer.
Incredible accuracy over and over again. And, Roger, I agree with you. Love one.
You look at this match as well. You're behind the serve volley tactic that we saw on day one.
Situation.
Who's had the best jump smash? This is not.
I've got to give it to Sampras.
Oh, ahead of luck.
It was fairly awesome. Fairly awesome.
I think you and I will be having a little session on YouTube after.
15 love.
I know you did put a foot on there this morning.
Grass court volley, just angling it away. He tried to slam that down into the turf and hit through the court. That's a good volley. That's the one you're talking about.
Yep.
You've got a ball down below the height of the net and you've got to stick it.
Go and make something happen. And feel what it's like to potentially play there. But here, there is nothing on.
Well done, Fabio. Dealt with the difficult return well. Second best serve of all time, in my opinion. Great first serve, someone there.
Great first serve. Second serve's not. And the consistency level's not there, but all hit the ball at 200 plus. That's the volley I was looking for. And it was pretty simple as far as, this comes straight at him, but he still had to make a volley, and he gets to push that ball back and has a reaction off the court.
Oh, that's a good look at my record books. We suspected that Federer would put on a bit of a show with Prince Charles in the crowd, and that has been the case.
Love 15.
Oh, it's a big shot. Inside out forehand. It's 4 to Fognini, so... And that's a statistic. Generally shows you just... Wow, that is brilliant. Effortless. But to change direction off the ball, look at the way he just picked it up and just struck that with enormous speed down the line and depth. I mean, that is, well, that's as good as you can ever play that shot.
And a big reaction from Roger. Fist bump. I mean, if I hit that shot, I'd retire.
Yeah. See
15 love.
Against those very best players. Look at the angle.
Yeah. Ace number 12. Old Sampras racket.
Yeah, just a slightly bigger head.
Well, he messed around a bit, Roger, there. He just went for that super off-pace slow kick serve. And Fognini's got some wheels. Here it is here. You watch the way he throws that out, tries to really stretch Fognini, but he's got some wheels, and it's a pretty good shot.
Good serve against a single-handed backhand.
Yeah,
he has served beautifully today. I really think these calm conditions, he's loving it. There's not a breath of wind out here. It's perfect. It's like
him everything he's.
He has managed a few brilliant highlights himself. We saw a shot not dissimilar to this on return from Federer before. This time Fognini's on it. and replies in kind.
Here it is. There's a bit of a showboat, and here it's like, geez, we're friendly.
Federer, he's just loving every minute out here. He might as well.
Game, set, match. Federer.
I think he was a beaten man after that solely, just not quite the game to trouble Federer. You'd have to say today was majestic.
Definitely that. Look, Fognini, that looks like a sign of resignation. As you said, it was there early. But this man, Roger Federer, listen to the applause.
And why wouldn't they love him? He gave us a bit of everything. He's suitably impressed, and we had a feeling that Federer would try to impress him. But what's not to love? He gives you a bit of everything. The brilliance, the great athleticism.